أعوذ بالله من أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. Inshallah, we will continue Surah Al-Hashr. Ayah number 2. As we say, the whole surah is regarding Banu Qurayza. That was the tribe of Yahud. When the Prophet came to Medina and they had a treaty and they violated the treaty, and then the Prophet broke the treaty with them because of their constant violation and the thing that they were doing. So in the first ayah, Allah praised himself, that purification to him, whatever is in the sky and the earth, and he's the most powerful, the most wise. Then he's saying, Huwa alladhi, he, Allah, is the one. Okay? So Huwa is the Zamir, alladhi is Mawsul. He is the one, he, Allah. Akhraja, who expelled. Okay? Expelled. Akhraja. Okay. Alladhina, those kafaru who are disbelievers. Min ahlil kitabi, of the people of the book. Okay, so remember, there are a couple of locations in the Quran where this min is coming. So now look here, min has several meanings in the Arabic. One of them is min. Min means like this, look, i.e. And min also means some. It's called tab'id. Okay, and min also mean from, which is called ibtidaiya. So now look here, this min i.e. I mean, look, like for example, I say, rijalun fil masjidi, yani, Zaid, Amar, Bakar. So this yani is i.e. So I will say, rijalun fil masjidi, instead of yani, I will say, min Zaidin wa Amrin wa Bakrin. So the description of the Rijal is done by the min. That those men who are in the masjid, they are Zaid, Amr and Bakr. This is called min bayaniya. Okay, to do the bayan of the maqabal. Rijalun. And min tab'id mean that from a total majmu'ah, you take a little bit. So they call some. Like for example, you say, minal mu'minina rijalun صدقوا ما عاهدوا. From the believers, there are some very good. Okay? And then min ibtidaiya is like, for example, you say, ذهبت من الكوفة إلى البصرة. So like, this min is from. Okay? So now, remember this thing. This is tricky. That if, like for example, in Surah Al-Bayyinah, Allah also say, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا min ahlil kitabi wal mushrikina. That those people who are disbelievers, okay, from the people of the book. What that mean then? That kafaru min ahlil kitabi. What that mean? If you say this, if you take this min for tab'id, some, which mean all the ahlil kitab are not kafir. Some of them are. And kufr mean what? Not to believe in Allah the way He is, that He don't have a partner, okay, and He don't have a sharik. So who are all the Ahli Kitab are kafir, in the sense that what? That they don't believe in Allah the way Allah should be believed. They don't believe in the Qur'an. They don't believe in the last Prophet Muhammad. So this is not like that. So this min is for what? Bayaniya. This is min bayaniya. Those people who are kafir, yani who? Yani the Ahlul Kitab. The min is for bayaniya. Otherwise, there will be a big problem. Okay? And if that is the case, that some of the Ahlul Kitab, we can just recognize their iman and they are good, then why Allah, the Prophet was doing tabligh to the Ahlul Kitab? The Prophet would have tell Ahlul Kitab that you stay with your Torah and Injil and follow your Prophet and be good people. Why he was telling them to become Muslim? Why Abdullah ibn Salam left Judaism and he became Muslim then? There are a few liberals amongst the Muslims who carry this opinion. Okay? There are very minority, aqal, aqil, jahil, ignorant people, and they here and there, I hear it from them. This is what they say. That they say you just become a good Jew and a good Christian, you are fine. You don't need to become Muslim. This is what they say. Okay? So, here again, the same thing. Kafaru min ahlil kitabi. He is the one who expelled the disbeliever. Okay? And look here. Expelled the disbeliever. He didn't say from. He said of. Okay? Which means this is for bayaniya. Okay? So, he is the one who expelled the disbeliever, yani of the Ahl Kitab disbeliever. Okay, from where? Min diyarihim. Diyar is the plural of dar, which means from their houses. Li-awwalil hashr, for the first gathering. I told you yesterday also that they are in 2 miles radius of Medina. Now the Prophet is telling them, get out of here. You don't deserve to be living here in our neighborhood because enough is enough. Now, the first gathering mean what? Okay, so look here. Imam Raghib Asfahani in Mufradat al-Quran, look at it. What is the meaning of Hashr? Hashr mean that taking out the people from where they are established living by force and collecting it in another place. You understand what I'm saying? Like for example, look, I say, An-nisa la yuhsharun. The woman should not be expelled for battle. There is no jihad on the. This is how Imam Raghib say. That this is the gathering meaning is there too. But the main meaning of Hashr is what? Expulsion. So you expel a community from an area and you collect them and you inhabit them in another location. Both the elements of expulsion and gathering are in the word Hashr. Okay, so remember this thing. Otherwise, only gathering will not be enough. Okay, لِأَوَّلِ الْحَشْرِ for the first gathering. What did it mean by gather where? Okay, so لِأَوَّلِ الْحَشْرِ. And as I told you also, that the first gathering mean that this does not have to be a second Hashr. Like for example, you say, I came to the masjid for the first time. So that necessarily means that there has to be a second time. You say, I came here to for the first time. That's it. Okay, and the other meaning is that there was a second Hashr also, and that happened at the time of Umar bin al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, that he took them out from all the island of Arabia, right? So, and now these people are bringing them back. Okay, the current Arab rulers, they are reversing the Hashr. They tell them come back. Okay, so huwallazi, he is the one. أخرج الذين كفروا. He expelled those people who are disbelievers. bin أهل الكتاب, belonging to the people of the book. من ديارهم, from their houses. لأول الحشر, for their first expulsion and gathering. ما ظننتم, O Muslims, you never thought أن يخرجوا, that they will leave, because they were very established there. Their agriculture, their business, their fortresses, okay, and very, very strong establishment there. Allah say, oh believers, you could not even imagine that they would leave. وَظَنُّوا, and they also imagined, أَنَّهُمْ, indeed they, مَانِعَتُهُمْ, will prevent them, حُصُونُهُمْ, their fortresses. Husun is the plural of Hisan. Hisan means fort, mean Allah, from Allah. You also could not imagine that such an established people will ever leave. Okay? But when Allah say leave, the settlement, you build million settlement, and nothing gonna stay when the command of Allah come. So what? Okay? So the basic reality and the haqaiq are not changed by your force and by your concrete wall and by your building. When the amr of Allah come, everything will go away. Okay, so don't be afraid by the settlements. مَانِعَتُهُمْ حُصُونُهُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ, that their fortresses will stop them from the command of Allah. So what Allah did? فَأَتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ. So the command of Allah came مِنْ حَيْثُ, from such a direction لَمْ يَحْتَسِبُوا, that they could not even imagine. وَقَذَفَ, and he cast فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ, in their heart, الرعب, the fear. Okay, so look, this qadhaf lafaz also, look, when the original meaning of qadhaf means throwing. Okay, you take a stone and you throw it, it's called qadhaf. Now, this qadhaf means forceful throwing. So that is why in English we translate it as cast. So look here, I did this, look, throwing. You just throw. Regular throwing is called throwing. Another word will be putting. Putting means to put something gently and softly. And casting means that powerful throwing. It's called casting. That is called, we call it broadcast. You know, broadcast mean what? That in a broad area you throw your news. So that is called broadcasting. Okay? So now, this word is not very familiar, but it will come again and again, because the best meaning for qadhafa in English is not putting in their heart, not throwing in their heart, is what? Casting in their heart. Okay, because casting means what? Forceful throwing. Okay? وَقَذَفَ, and he cast fi qulubihim, in their hearts, الرعب, Allah, put fear. يُخْرِبُونَ, kharab means spoiling. بُيُوتَهُمْ, their houses, بِأَيْدِيهِمْ, by their own hands. Why they were spoiling their? Because the Prophet told them you can take one camel load. So they were so greedy that they were even taking the locks of the door. So their own door, they were ruining it so that they can take with them as much as possible. So that is what Allah is saying. They were spoiling their houses, okay, damaging their houses by their own hand. وَأَيْدِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. وَأَيْدِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, the ulama say, the believers never spoiled their houses because the Prophet stopped them. They don't touch their houses. But what happened? The believers came and they burned a few palm trees, okay, in front of them. And that was that the believers were very angry at their shararat and their conspiracies, that they were backstabbing them. You know, so they burned the palm trees. Now when they burned the palm trees, then the Prophet told them, don't burn anymore, because they are yours. When they leave, Allah will give it to them. Why you are burning them? So those believers, they become very ashamed and regretful that they did something maybe Allah and His Prophet is not happy from them. So in the next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't worry, I like both of them. مَا قَطْوَعْتُم مِّن لِينَ. Lina means the palm tree. أَوْ تَرَكْتُمُوهَا, are you leave it? فَبِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ, both Allah like it. Don't worry. Whatever you did also was good, that a few was supposed to be burned so that they can see it with their own eyes. Okay? So Allah approved both. So the Sahaba, the doubt from the Sahaba went away. So يُخْرِبُونَ بُيُوتَهُم mean that when they were doing it by their hands, وَأَيْدِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ mean by the stimulation of the believer, because the whole strategy was planned by the Muslim. Otherwise, practically the Muslim never ruined never damaged their houses. Okay? But so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, وَأَيْدِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Then Allah say, فَاعْتَبِرُوا. Okay? فَاعْتَبِرُوا is ibrat. Okay, take ibrat, learn your lesson. Ya ulil absar, all the people of the eyes, absar mean the people of vision, who can see a little bit behind the curtain. What does it mean? You say, look at it, this power, this zulm, this oppression, how will it go? Allah say, I show you in COVID that I made you so helpless. Because of your technology, what could you do? But you do your effort to please me and bring my help with you, then you don't need to worry about it. I will take care of everything. You don't worry about it. But first you come on the same page with me. You are fighting with me and then you are telling me help us. How can I help you? You are doing riba and interest. You declared war with me. You brought all the sacred places of the Muslim and put them with disco and dancing and girls. And then you say, oh Allah help us. Is this a joke? The help of Allah. The help of Allah will come with certain people who have the sifat of the Sahaba and who have no asabiyya, you know, and who have nothing. Now what are they doing? The poor Afghani people there, they say kick them out. And the same kind of people Allah is talking about them, they are giving them business visa, come and you can come as much as you can. These kind of people Allah will help them. How can Allah help? Okay, so this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, فَاتَبِرُوا يَا أُولِي الْأَبْصَارِ. Okay, learn your lesson, all the people of wisdom and the people of vision, deep vision, that when Allah come on doing, this is Allah do the flip-flop. This is Allah will do it whenever He wish to do it, right? Zulm can never continue forever. Bolo abhi. Why are you sitting all the way there? Sit next to him. هو الذي
هو الذي he is the one أخرج
No, look, your part is the tajweed. His part is the translation. You know that. I think you came after a long time, so you forgot. Okay, so look here. Min ahli. What is here?
من أخي أهلي, that is
Izhar. Okay, nun sakin followed by hamza. What is here?
That is nun sakin followed by a dal. من
So what do you
دياري.
do? إخفاء من ديارهم لأول الحشر. ما ظننتم. What you do here?
Where are you?
إخفاء نون ساكن followed by تا. أن يخرجوا. What you do here?
That is إدغام.
إدغام مع الغنة. Here
نون مشدد.
نون مشدد you do غنة. Here نون مشدد you do غنة. Okay. And then the name of Allah will be full موت ما قبل مفتوح. The name of Allah full موت ما قبل مضموم. Okay. حيث يايلين. Okay. 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 ما يخبون. Okay. ميم ساكن followed by با.
That is
You do إخفاء شفوي. Okay. بيوتهم بأيديهم. Okay. So look, you do yailin here. Okay. بأيديهم. Why? Because there is ya sakin. Why don't do yailin here? There is another ya sakin here too.
because of the kasra.
Because ma qabal is not maftuh. Okay. وأيدي. Here also what?
Yailin.
يايلين. فاعتبروا يا أولي الأبصار. Okay. Go ahead. अभी तुम तर्जुमा करो.
هو الذي he is the one أخرج who expelled الذين those كفروا who were disbelievers من أهل الكتاب of the people of book من ديارهم from their homes from their لأول الحشر for the first gathering ما ظننتم and you did not expect أن يخرج that أن يخرجوا that they would ever leave وظنوا and they did not expect and they imagined أنهم indeed they ما نعتهم they will stay with the bounties
and they will be stopped by, prevented by mana karna.
They will be stopped by حصونهم from by their fortresses من الله from Allah فآتاهم الله and Allah did grant Allah will
so Allah came
to them.
You see, atahumullahu. So Allah came to them. Yani the punishment of Allah came to them.
من حيث he put fear من حيث
from such a place. حيث is makan. Okay? It's used for makan also, some other places also. Okay? من حيث ومن حيث خرجت فولي وجهك. समझ गए ना? From wherever, from من حيث, from such a place.
لم يحتسبوا that they did not imagine. وقذف and he casted في قلوبهم in their hearts الرعب fear يخربون they were spoiling بيوتهم their houses بأيديهم by their hands وأيد المؤمنين and by the hands of believers فاعتبروا so take a lesson, take a Ya Ulil or the possessor al-absar of the vision.
Of the vision, deep sight, right?
Deep sight.
Uli, you know Uli, right?
Yes.
What is Uli?
It means it means possessor.
No, but what? It is plural or it is single?
Uli is single.
No, I told you several times. ये बात याद रखो हाँ फिर भूलना नहीं है सुनो listen to carefully look I told you look there is one man who has money he will be called ذو mal right there are two men who have money they will be called ذوا mal there are many men who have mal they will be called ulu or uli both come ulu mal समझ गए So now look, this is a word that the plural is not from the same madda. The plural is different word and the single and the tasniya is different word. Like for example, you say ulul arham. Okay? So ulul arham mean what?
Possessor.
The plural of that. But if you say one man, so what will you say? Dhu rahim. It will not be ulu arham. Like for example, one man will be not ulu. So the plural, dhu mean possessor. In Urdu we say wala. Okay? So the single and the tasniya is from the same word, dhu zawa. समझ गए? And the female of the dhu will be what? That. ذات مال وامرأته कहते हैं कुरान में है ना ذات क्या है आपको सूरह तब्बत यदा नहीं आ रहा है
ذات لهب.
ذات لهب ذات because lahab is female and that and then zawata will be the two female right and the plural will be again ulu समझ गए ना हाँ दे दो बच्चे को दे दो on your left side
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هو الذي أخرج الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب من ديارهم لأول الحشر ما ظننتم أن يخرجوا وظنوا أنهم مانعتهم حصونهم من الله فأتاهم الله من حيث لم يحتسبوا وقذف في قلوبهم الرعب يخربون بيوتهم بأيديهم وأيدي المؤمنين فاعتربوا يا أولي الأبصار
وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين